All right, in your second class now, second set of lecture notes, we will look at the basic fact that what the Austrian way of thinking talked about. So we talked about in the earlier slides about value is subjective, and now in essence, what the theory is saying is that the ultimate source of value is the human mind. You see, the ultimate source of value is the human mind. This is because when humans places value on something, that value is applicable. So the water-diamond paradox we talked about. All right, this subjective theory of value and the asserted emphasis on marginal utility offer a solution to problems which had bedeviled economic thought, such as the water-diamond paradox. With the marginal revolution, economists finally had the answer to why seemingly useless diamonds are valued so much higher or so much highly than water, life-sustaining water. Subjective most commonly means based on the personal perspective or preference of a person. The subject is observing something is the person that places value on them. In contrast, objective most commonly means not influenced by or based on a personal viewpoint, is based on an object or observation only, right? Subjective and objective. Subjective means based on personal perspective or preference of a person. Objective means not influenced by or based on a personal viewpoint, but based on an object of observation only. So to put this into context, they're saying that in economy, value is subjective and the human mind is the ultimate guarantor of value. So for instance, let's say an economic policy in Papua New Guinea. So the Macroeconomics government decides to talk about Connect PNG program. Connect PNG is being promoted because according to the dictator, the Prime Minister and the NEC, they think that it adds more value to Papua New Guinea in terms of to achieve its objective policies. That's why they're placing more value on the Connect PNG program. And then you say that what about people dying from cancer when they don't have cancer machine, which will cost 1 million, and then you could talk about pumping billions of dollars into Connect PNG program. You see? So what about 1 million for life-saving equipment, then 10 million for Connect PNG program? See? The Austrians say that it's because of the person placing value on the policy or the alternates which is presented to him. He has to decide on the margin. And when he decides, he puts emphasis of value on one thing more than the other. So that is a practical example of what we talked about when we say value is subjective and the human mind is the most essential element that adds value to any undertaking. Right. Karl Menger objected to the classical theory of value, which is based on objective cost of production, whether this be labor or capital cost. Menger did not hesitate to define value in total subjective fashion. Value is thus the importance that the individual places on goods or quantities of goods attained for us because we are conscious of being dependent on command of them for the satisfaction of our needs. So basically, what they're saying is that value is not the cost of production, right? Value is not determined by land, labor, and capital to produce a good. No. They said that value is subjective fashion. It's the importance that the individual places on a good or quantity of goods, because it is not determined by the cost of production. Furthermore, he insists that not only the nature but also the measure of value is subjective, in the sense that a good can have great value to one economizing individual, but little value to another, and no value at all to a third, depending upon the difference in the requirements and available amounts. All right, let's look at, for instance, a speedboat. To us islanders, what can we do with a speedboat? But to the coastal people, the former little atolls and islands, that is the only means of transportation. So that's the most valuable thing that they can have. So that is what they mean when they talk about that. All right. So it's the theory that you must always make decisions based on the value that people place on things. For instance, You are in Yalibu in the Southern Islands province, and someone there is manufacturing, let's say, beach umbrellas. There's no ocean near Yalibu, so why would you want to manufacture beach umbrellas in a place like Yalibu? This is because of the fact that when you talk about production of goods, the production of goods is determined by the value placed on something. So people in Yalibu, they value umbrellas because it's raining. So it's better to produce an umbrella where you get more customers than a huge, big beach umbrella that you have to pack into the beach, because you're going to get no customers for that. So I hope that's clear.